God is not to blame for anything. The reason that why there's so much chaos in the world is because it's our fault. And that's almost the last thing in the world for us to think. We always think of something else outside ourselves to blame. Like, why did 9/11 happen? Why did that person die? Why? It's because of Adam's sin. That's the big reason why things are falling apart and death and suffering and bloodshed and so on. This is not how God created it. At the beginning it was very good. And Adam fell and so on and till now the curse of sin has passed on from person to person like a virus. The reason why there's so much like chaos in the world is because it's our fault. And if everyone in the world could humble themselves and realize that, I'm sure the world would, we could make things better, and so on. Like, why did God allow the Holocaust to happen? Why did we allow it to happen? I mean, where were the Christians who were supposed to take a stand up against Hitler? Oh, well, Hitler lied big time, like himself claiming to be a Christian and so on, using all these propaganda pictures and so on. But God is not to blame for anything. It is people who kill people. And God is not the God of death, but of life. God is not to blame for anything. And if the reason all these chaos is happening, just remember that it's always like Satan is behind it, alright? People ought to be blaming Satan more. I mean, if something bad happens to me, there are three things, like, I left blaming God a long time ago in my life. There are three things which I choose to find the reasons why these things happened. First off, it's like Satan's fault. Satan is public enemy number one. And secondly, it's the curse of sin, like Adam's sin and so on. Or thirdly, it's because of something I did, like the sin and so on. The sin and so on. Like realizing, oh, it was my fault. Like, it's my fault, like my grandma died or whatever, and so on. But once you reconcile yourself to Christ, you are a new creation. And if people could do that, I'm sure there would be a lot less death and suffering in this world. You know, the Bible says, if my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and heal their land, and so on. That is actually what has happened in country after country after country, but these kind of reports do not get out to the public because of liberal biased people who don't want this kind of truth to get out because they think it will turn people a certain way. Like, I don't blame people. Satan is the one behind all the chaos and conspiracies and so on in the world. He is the one, I think of a wanted poster of him, like Satan who is public enemy number one. Our war is not against flesh and blood, but against the spiritual darkness of this world. It's as clear as that.